Hello, my name is Tanya Rooks, and this is my PIDP course number 3240, assignment number 3, Pecha, Kucha PowerPoint presentation. The West Coast Trail, 75 kilometers north to south, or 75 kilometers south to north. In July of 2013, my husband and I hiked the 75-kilometer West Coast Trail on Vancouver Island between Port Renfrew and Pecha Bay near Bamfield. One of the biggest debates going when planning to hike the West Coast Trail is south to north or north to south. Being West Coast Trail newbies, with hours of research and wisdom absorbed from the opinions of thousands of trekkers before us, we decided to start our legendary trek from Port Renfrew. We began our journey after a short boat ride across the Gordon River, south to north. Destination, Thrasher's Cove. We were not prepared mentally, to say the least. That short trek, they say, is 6 kilometers, immediately thrusts you into wooden ladders, and 230 meters of technical trail climb took us 4 hours to complete. As quoted from Bristers and Bliss, a West Coast trekking guide, your enjoyment of the journey depends as much on your positive mindset as it does on your physical conditioning. Day 2, a new day. Somehow sleeping beside the crashing waves of the Pacific Ocean re-energizes your soul. We opted for the beach route, as a kilometer of those ladders coming down was not appetizing for us. Tide tables in hand, we set out cave exploring and boulder hopping. We mentioned ladders. They are relentless. Cable cars and cable bridges behind us, we trekked on, our packs somehow feeling lighter. Or maybe it is just the distraction from the blisters slowly developing on our feet and the incredible views and breathtaking landscape. Oh, and the mud. Did I mention mud? It was July, the driest it's been for months, stated the park rangers. But we managed to find a lot of mud. Luckily, we had trekking poles, gloves, and gaiters. Thankfully, I have skin left on my legs because of those gaiters. Our packs were lighter now. Truly, we weighed them at the Nat Narrows. Mine being 30 pounds when we started, now weighing in at a feathery 24 pounds. The trail seeming less difficult, even with the beach walking, or should I say sand sludging. Oh, how we long for the trail when you're slipping with every step in that fine sand. Exhaustion and delirium have now set in. We feel as though we have been hiking for weeks. Endless roots and logs to climb over, each step challenging our abilities to balance. We are now more than half the way. The difficult climb into Thrasher is a distant memory. The welcome boardwalk takes us to civilization, not to be fooled by the length of our journey, because our bodies remind us. But the amazing thing is, our minds are overtaken by the incredible place we live, and we are so grateful that we are able to experience it all. We finished at the Pecha Bay trailhead, handed in our permits, and loaded onto the West Coast Trail Express shuttle for the dusty, bumpy ride back to Port Renfrew, desperate for non-dehydrated food and a hot shower. I don't know if it was exhaustion or insanity setting in, but we were already making plans to do it again. I thought they said with age comes wisdom. 5 years later, here we are again. This time it's north to south. All I can say is, I don't remember these ladders. I don't remember anything at the end of that trail. Boardwalks, it seems to be less mud at this end. The trek is not easy, and in fact seems to be more difficult than I remember it. All I can do is think, why couldn't I just enjoy the memories and the pictures? It's amazing, the changes in the environment and how we remember it. Oh, right, I remember climbing out of Sucia Falls. Well, this isn't so bad. We're headed down, not up this time. North to south? It seems to be gaining some popularity in my mind. It Falls, one of the most incredible places on the West Coast Trail. After having a very good rest and excellent swimming, we just had a beach walk out towards Kluane River. Our packs are still heavy, but we seem to be holding up better. Feeling rested, we set out for a long day to the Nitnat Narrows. The ladders, they truly do not allow for misplaced hands or feet. Many hikers have taken tumbles off of these. No matter how you look at it, south to north, north to south, you have ladders, up and down. The beach seemed more packed this time. The park ranger stated that this winter storm was especially harsh on the terrain, possibly packing the sand in for a firmer surface. We did, however, find loose, slippery sand, which pushed us back into the forest trails once again. As we exited the soft sands of the beaches, we paused to enjoy the view on the firm ground from the cliffs above. The views are absolutely breathtaking, no matter what direction you're heading. It is absolutely incredible. As the end was near, we could feel it in our bodies. Blisters were well formed, and pack rubs starting to set in. We were tired, but we tried to convince ourselves it won't be that bad. The kilometer of ladders out of Thrasher. The hike in was 5 years ago, and it wasn't that bad. Thrashers out to the Gordon River Ferry was as tough and much more than we remembered. There were steep climbs and routes to trip every exhausting step, and then a 50-meter ladder to end it all. We dropped the buoy for the ferry ride, and not a thought of doing this again crossed our minds or lips. So here it is. It was amazing both times we managed to complete this incredible journey, but hands down in our opinion, with our experience, south to north is the way to go. Complete the extreme climb day one and enjoy the rest. Ending the south was extremely difficult, as there is no way about it. The hike in and out of Thrashers is brutal.